Hello, everybody. My name is ProfesorRich. What was that? What was that? Hello, everybody. My name is ProfesorRich, and today we're going to talk about using another modal verb in English. You might know this one. It's called could. You know that word, could? Yeah, okay. So how do you use could in English? Well, could, there's lots of things. This is the thing about modals, right? Modals have lots of different uses. Actually, most words have more than one use. That's kind of how language works. But modal verbs have lots of different functions. So let's start with the one you all know probably, which is the polite request for help. Polite request for help. Could maybe is the best example of a polite request for help. In English, could you give me a hand? Notice the weak form, okay? Could you give me a hand, right? It's not could you give me a hand, but could you give me a hand? Could you? Could you give me a hand? Could you help me? Could you help me? Okay? And notice also we can use it in English with I, and it does not mean permission. It's still a polite request for help, right? This can confuse speakers of other languages where when you say could I in another language or the version of could I, then it means permission, like you're asking your parents for permission. But in English with could, it doesn't actually. It still is a request for help. Could I get a drink of water? Could I get a drink of water, please? Could I get a pen? Could I get a pen? Right. I'm still asking for help. I'm asking someone to pass me a pen or give me a pen, right? For permission, in fact, we use can. Can I smoke here? Right? That's me saying, do I have permission to smoke here? Right? Can I come to the party on Tuesday? Do I have your permission to come to the party on Tuesday? Can I come to the party on Tuesday? Right? So permission, we use can. Could is a polite request for help in this circumstance. Now, the other one you might know for could, very, very common, is for specific possibility, not general possibility. And I'll talk about that in a minute. So we use could for specific possibility. Like, the weather could get nasty tomorrow, right? In the future. The weather could get nasty tomorrow. Tomorrow, a specific time. The weather could get nasty tomorrow. Right? In the present, it could be true. It could be true. This specific thing could be true. It could be true. And then the past. With the past, with modals, we often use modal plus have plus past participle. Could have. So it could have been raining last night. Could have been raining last night. The floor's wet. Could have been raining last night. Last night, specific time, specific possibility in the past. Okay? So that's our past, present, and future with specific possibility. What about this general possibility? What is general possibility? Well, let's say we talk about December. Not December this year, but December every year, every December. And we could say, the weather can be cold in December. The weather can be with can be. The weather can be cold in December. The weather can be cold in December. And then I'm talking every December. So this is a general possibility compared to the weather could be cold this December. The weather could be cold this December. The weather could be cold this December, this specific December, right? So that's the difference with general and specific possibility. Could, as I said, could we normally use with specific possibility. Also with could, the negation of could doesn't mean that something might not happen, like with might, it's possible this will not happen. When you say could, it means it's impossible. It means it's impossible. This couldn't be true. That means I think it's impossible this is true, right? It couldn't have been raining last night. It couldn't have been raining last night. That's me saying, I think it's impossible that it was raining last night. It couldn't have been raining last night. Notice also the word stress of negation, couldn't, stressed. It couldn't have been raining last night compared to it could have been. It couldn't have been raining last night. The stress on the negation always in English. I've never seen an example of something we'd say in English with negation and not stress the negation. We always stress the negation, always. Please show me an example when it doesn't happen. When it doesn't happen, stress doesn't. Okay. All right, so that's our lovely possibility. Let's move on then and talk a little bit about general ability in the past. When I was younger, I could study for hours, but these days I can only study for 30 minutes. Right? So in the past, I could study for hours. I could run for hours in the past. In the past. When I was younger, I could run for hours. Right? Also, for lack of ability, or something that I was not able to do, that I didn't have the ability to do, I couldn't open the door yesterday. Right? I couldn't speak Spanish when I was younger. I couldn't speak Spanish when I was younger. Right? So again, it's the past and its ability, this time lack of ability. I couldn't speak Spanish when I was younger. Also, I couldn't open the door yesterday. And then I pushed, and in the end, I was able to get it open. That I was able to get it open is to represent specific success in the past. We cannot use could to represent specific success in the past. So I pushed, and I could get it open. No. Because could means general ability in the past, not specific success. So for specific success, we use I was finally able to get it open. Or I succeeded in getting it open. Or even I got it open. Right? I couldn't open the door, and I pushed, and I got it open in the end. Right? That's it. So be careful with that. It's a big mistake, common mistake. All right, let's go to general ability in the present. So we were talking about general ability in the past, right? General ability in the past, we use could, right? What about in the present? Well, in the present for general ability, we use can. I can speak pretty good English. I can speak pretty good Spanish. I can speak really good English. I can speak pretty good Spanish. I can't speak very good German. Okay? That's our general ability. General ability in the present. What about general ability in the future? Tomorrow I can speak good Spanish? Something wrong with that, I think. That's kind of like if you have a general ability in the present and you want to apply it to the future. Like, I can speak good Spanish today, so, I can speak good Spanish at the party tomorrow. Bit weird. Talking about the future, we've got will be able to. Will be able to. So, I hope I'll be able to speak great English within 2 years, right? I hope I'll be able to speak fantastic Japanese within 20 years. Okay, so we'll be able to talking about future general ability. Ding. All right. Are we there yet? Are we finished? Nope, we're not. We also have criticism. And this is the one that all the other English channels tend to miss. Although they always tend to miss some things, don't they? So we have criticism, right? How could you say that? How could you do such a thing? Yeah. How could you be so self-centered, right? How could you do that? How could you say such a thing? I'm overacting here. I should take it down. How could you say that? How could you do something like that? Right? Criticism. in the present. Yeah. How could you be so insensitive? Right? There we go. That's without the overacting I did before. Have to be careful with that overacting, folks. I've seen a lot of those other English channels. They overact a lot. I'm coming for them. How could you say such a thing? How could you do that? How could you do that? All right. And also in the past, how do we apply this to the past? Well, modal plus have plus past participle, right? How could you have said that? Again, I'm overacting. Sorry, I need to train myself out of this. It's so natural on YouTube, you know, because the way that people communicate on YouTube, you're always like, drama, it's up a bit. Okay, so let me take it down. How could you have said that? That's more like a natural way that I'd say it. Right. How could you have said that? How could you have told her that? How could you have forgotten to buy her a present? There we go. Past criticism, using could, the one that they all miss. All right, everybody, thank you very much for watching. That completes our absolute masterclass on the use of could, one of the many modals of English. Actually, there's 9. And maybe I'll do videos on all of them. It depends on the reaction I get. So please like and subscribe and share and comment and do everything. And also check out the live streams. We do weekly live streams now. If you go to youtube.com/ProfesorRich, you can see the schedule for the live streams. Weekly minimum, but I'm actually trying to do more than weekly. These are interactive classes, Q&A. I'll answer all your questions. We've got a lovely community made up of about 5 people, but it's lovely. All right. Okay, thank you very much for watching, folks. Gotcha.